I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful tea bag folded card using the background papers and the squares, and you can even do the inside as well. Now the first thing you have to do for this project is print out the pages you're going to work on. We're going to make a tea bag and you need to print out 4 sheets in the medium. You can see the design. You can do any size that you want, but for this project I'm using the medium here. And you can see you've got the snowdrop in the middle. You want 8 of those, 4 sheets so you get 8 designs. And I'm also going to use this design as well, which is one of the background papers, which the design is going to go on the top of. Now to start with, we need to cut all of these squares out. Now you can decide whether you want to cut straight up to the line or leave a little border around, little white border. Now, the great thing is you can also cut them out individually, which takes a bit more time, but what I do, and this is printed on 80-gram paper, if they're all printed out at the same time, so they should all be in the same position, and what I do is I make sure they're all lined up, and then I'm doing 4 at a time here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to each page, and that will just keep it in position. So just a little, whichever glue you want to use, just a little blob, that's too much. And then you flip that down and then a little blob more. Just making sure that's in the right place. Yes, it is. Flip the next one down, a little blob of glue, and then that's all stuck together. You've got your 4 stuck together. Then you turn that around and then you just apply a little bit of glue around the edge, just a blob, just to hold it in place while you're sorting everything out. And that goes there. There you go, that's all the 4 stuck together now. So that's all the pages stuck together, and I'm going to use a steel ruler and a sturdy craft knife. Because I've got 4 together, I've got quite a thickness. So I'm using a sturdy craft knife. So then you just line that up, and so you've got a choice of leaving a border around it or not. I like to leave a border because it actually gives it, when you've made your project, it makes it stand out a bit more. So go through that cleanly. You might have to do a couple of run-throughs, as it were. There you go. So that's cut in half. And then all you have to do is just go around and cut out the rest of the design. And I'm just doing this by eye. And what you want to do is try and keep the right thickness of the white line all the way around. Now you can see I've got all of the 8 squares cut out, and as you can see there, they've got a nice white line all the way around the edge. So now all we have to do now is fold them, which is quite simple. It's the same design, the way we're folding it, then you can do with any of the square designs. This is fold 1. So what you need to do is start with the design on the front, and one tip is, when you've got your designs, if you've got an all-over design that's the same, that's fine, but this one's got like a picture in the middle, so make sure all your sheets are facing the right way, so when you come to folding, everything folds in the right way. So I'm always going to start off with that, and I'm going to twist it round, just get into a routine that suits you. And then all you've got to do is, so you've got the top there, and you line that up and crease it down. This is where it comes in handy to have a boning tool, because you really get a good crease then. And then you turn it around, and then you do the opposite way. And you can see you've got the blank side on the top now. And you just press that down, and you just score it so it's nice and tight. Then you turn it over, so you've got the blank here on the top now, and you're going to go from corner to corner. So again, you fold that over, like so. Just crease that down. Again, boning tool. And then again, turn it around, and you're going to go corner to corner here this way. Make sure it's a nice point, everything's working out well. So that's going to crease there like so. So you end up with that, and then this will naturally go into a triangle like so. And just make sure you've got it going around the right way. And then all you've got to do next now for this particular fold is you've got two flaps here on the top. And you fold that one in up to the middle line where it creases. So you fold that over, and you press it down. You've got a nice tight point there, and then press that down, and then you turn that around, and you do that on the opposite side. Like so. And there is your finished folded tea bag. That's just one design, and it gives you that shape there, and you've got the two little flaps here that open. But that's the basic shape, and from that you're going to be doing lots and lots of different crafting projects. Now I've got all 8 of the squares folded, and now you can have fun doing whatever you want with them. There's lots of different projects, but I'm going to show you the basic, like a cartwheel effect. So what you have to do now, what's going to essentially happen is this flap here is just going to slide in there and stick down. So that's the first part. So to stick it down, all you need is a little blob of glue, but you don't want to cover all of it, you just want to do it on the inside there, because if you put it over then it'll stick to it. So that's going to go in, that's your first one, and just let that adhere together before you have the next one. But the glue I've got works pretty quickly, and you just go round adding and adding. So there you can see I've got 4 of them stuck together. Even like that you could use it on some kind of project, but I'm going to make a full wheel, and all you do is just keep adding as you go along. Slide it underneath there, that folds down over the top. Now I've got 7 all stuck together there. Now when they're stuck together, I'll just leave them a minute or two so that they really are secure before you add the last one, because it's a little fiddling around. So do as you normally do, just put a little blob of glue there and slide that in. And if you want to wait there before you attempt the last bit, you can. But what I'm going to do is then this bit is going to slide into that bit there underneath. So get it in position, a little bit of glue underneath, and then you finally add in the final one glued together like that. And then you can press it down if you want, but then you've got your basic shape here. And I think they look, you can kind of lift these up a little bit if you want a little more, a bit more 3D. I also find the back of them are really interesting as well. You can see that one there. So whichever side, that's potentially the back, but that's what we call the front normally. Now you could stick two of those together and make some nice Christmas decorations or whatever you want to do. So that's to make the basic fold one. Now I'm going to make a card using that tea bag folded design. I've just got an ordinary 8" by 8" one here, but you can use any size you want. Obviously, it's depending on the size of the design that you've made. And you've also got an option here. You've got that one there, which is the main design that you did the tea bag fold with, but that's on the large background paper. But I've chosen this one where it's actually all kind of kaleidoscoped. And all I've done here is I've taken this design and cut it to the size that's going to fit onto the card. And I've just mounted that on a little bit of gold card, and that's going to stick down on the top like that. And you've got that nice area around it, so it frames it nicely. So now I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to stick that down. If I can pick it up. There we go. I love this glue because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so you can get it in exactly the position that you want. Always replace your lid. You don't want that evaporating. So making sure your card's opening the right way, then you can stick it down. Now the design in the middle is going to get covered anyway, so if you do make a mistake at this stage, it's not the end of the world. There you go, that fits on there nicely, just like that. And then I'm going to take my rosette and I'm going to position that in the middle. You can decide whether you want the points like that or if you want it more like that. I like it when the points are. Now you can put some foam tape on the back and lift them up even higher, but I'm just going to use a blob of glue in this case and turn that over and stick that down like so. And then finally, I like it like that. I mean, they're lovely like that as they are. A nice card. You can put an insert in as well if you want. But I like to take some of the flat back jewels, and just to give it a little bit of extra security, I put a little blob of glue on the back. They are self-adhesive, but quite often they just fall off. And I'm just going to finish that off with a little jewel in the middle there, and you've got the finished card. And if you wish, you can add an insert in there too. Just open this up, and I've taken one of the background papers with this square designs on, just cut the 4 into a square, a little bit of glue on the back, and that just makes a nice inside of the card.